These are the top 4 gated communities in Aiken, South Carolina. But there's a twist. These are actually the only gated communities in Aiken. Sort of. Hang in there with me. I'm Lindsey Vance, realtor with the Living in South Carolina team at Real Broker. We're showing you the lifestyle of all the great places that make up South Carolina. If you ever have questions, feel free to reach out. We would love to hear from you. When I talk to people who are interested in moving to the area, one of the most common questions I get is, are there any gated communities in the area? But my next question is, what kind are you looking for? Because Aiken does not have very many gated communities, and by gated I mean fully private. You must have a resident pass or some sort of gate code to get access to the neighborhood. We have a traditional neighborhood with golf club amenities, a luxury neighborhood with acreage, a 55 and up age-restrictive neighborhood, and our specialty here in Aiken, equestrian neighborhoods. Now this one, there's actually a handful of options, and I'll mention that in just a minute. First up is your traditional neighborhood with golf club amenities. This is one of the most popular and the largest neighborhood in Aiken, called Woodside. It's nearly 3,000 acres, and it's about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Aiken and most of your amenities. You have 5 different gates to access the neighborhood depending on where you are in the area. This neighborhood is so large that the style of homes and the price varies drastically. You have everything from $275,000 to $1.5 million, from townhomes, villas, single-family homes, and even large estates. You could be on the golf course, on the lake, or even with some beautiful pines right in your backyard. The HOA fees for Woodside are fairly reasonable, and it's the same throughout the entire neighborhood. Right now, as of 2024, the fee is just under $1,200 for the year. This does not include any major amenities, just the privacy of being inside the gates, the sidewalks, and any common green spaces. There is a disclaimer, however. Woodside is made up of 2 sections, the original Woodside and the Reserve Club. If you live in the Reserve Club section, you are required to be a minimum of a social member at the club. This includes the initiation fee and those monthly dues to the club itself. Now, there are 2 clubs within Woodside, Woodside Club and Reserve Club. You can join either of these whether you're a resident of the neighborhood or not. For example, I don't live in Woodside or even in the Reserve or anywhere in the gates of the neighborhood, and I'm a member of Woodside Club. If you decide to join either of them, you do have full amenities depending on your membership level. Everything from golf, tennis, pickleball, pool, social events, and so much more. For the golf lovers, there are 4 championship-designed 18-hole courses and 1 par 3 9-hole course in the entire neighborhood. I will note, 2 of those 18s and the par 3 are at Woodside, and the other 2 18s are at Reserve Club. They do not have any reciprocal agreement with each other, but they both offer really great club amenities. Next up are luxury homes on acreage. This is a beautiful community called Farmstead. Located in southwest Aiken, about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown and all of your big box store amenities, grocery stores, and the things you might need. It's also a pretty easy commute to Augusta. Farmstead is a smaller neighborhood with only about 30 homes, but this makes it feel much more private and exclusive. They range from about $900,000 to around $1.4 million. The lot sizes go anywhere from 2 to 5 acres, but I do want to mention, even though they have acreage, this neighborhood does not allow horses. The HOA fees here are around $1,000 per year as of 2024, and the amenities that come with that are simply the privacy of being in a gated community, along with a pavilion dock right on Herndon Pond. It's absolutely beautiful, and a small common green space. Now we're talking about the 55 and up age-restrictive community called Kalmia Landing. I think this is a great neighborhood because it's essentially turnkey. If you decide to leave for 2 weeks on vacation and come home, everything is still cared for on the outside of your home. This is included in the HOA fee I'll mention in just a second. Kalmia Landing is located on the west side of Aiken, and it's about 5 minutes to downtown, but also really close to other amenities. You have the Aiken Regional Hospital and Medical Park, Sam's Club, Walmart, other big box store amenities, and it's a straight shot to Augusta, Georgia if you need access to the medical district or other large city amenities. Kalmia Landing is a smaller neighborhood compared to other gated communities that have all the amenities. It's about 130 to 140 homes, all ranging in style from single-family patio homes to villas to condos. The prices are about $125,000 to $325,000. The HOA fee here varies depending on the type of home. It can range from about $400 to $460 per month. Now remember, this includes that exterior maintenance and all the amenities in the neighborhood. Of course, your HOA fee covers the amenities in the neighborhood, but it's also used to fund your basic lawn care and other groundskeeping needs, and your exterior home maintenance. This includes roofs, porches, decks, and driveways. You can also opt into cable and pest control for additional HOA fees. Despite Kalmia Landing being a smaller gated community, the residents love living here because there's always something to do. Everyone gets together for neighborhood events, travel as a group to have lunch at popular dining spots, or even attend social events in town. They also have things like game night, poker night, gardening groups, and Bible study. In addition to this, the amenities in the neighborhood include a pool, tennis, pickleball courts, and an open green space with walking trails, picnic areas, and scenic views. Don't forget about the clubhouse with a large multi-purpose room, full kitchen facilities, library, billiards room, exercise area, and even a beauty salon. This is a common place to gather for social events as well. So we just talked about the 3 different gated communities in Aiken, and remember, they're the only gated communities. But this 4th one is quite unique to our area in general: equestrian communities. There's definitely not just one. While there are more than 30 horse-friendly neighborhoods in Aiken, I'm talking about a handful that has that privacy of being completely gated, plus those extra amenities. Here's a quick list of gated equestrian communities, but keep in mind this is not a complete list. You have places like Fox Hollow, Newbridge Polo and Country Club, Kings Ridge, Allwin Farms, Todd's Hill, Cowdray Park, and many others. When it comes to equestrian properties, the style and pricing can be a little bit different depending on what you're looking for. You can have properties ranging from about $500,000 to maybe even $3 million. Also, the properties range from about 2 acres to 20 acres, maybe even more. And the style? Aiken is very well known for its hunt box. This means that the residence is attached to the barn. Sometimes it's above the barn, or maybe it's on the same level. You can also find that great house-barn balance, or even that fully operational facility for all your equestrian needs. The HOA fee for these neighborhoods can vary depending on what amenities they're offering. It can range from $1,000 to $4,000 per year. Most of these neighborhoods at least have riding trails at minimum, but they may also include additional amenities, like common riding arenas, pool, clubhouse, tennis and pickleball courts, fitness facilities, social events, and much more. Here's my biggest tip. If you're considering a move to a new area, do not look at homes. The number one thing you cannot change about a property is the location. So you really need to get to know the area first. Find out what you love, what you don't love. Have a trusted source to answer questions and provide that local info. That way, if you decide Aiken is the place you see yourself living in, you're already familiar with where you want to be and where you don't want to be, and you can really get serious looking at properties. I have a welcome bag that has some great local resources and helps you navigate around town. If you're ever planning a visit to the area, reach out and I would love to connect. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm Lindsey Vance, and this is Living in South Carolina.